On behalf of the General Assembly, I have the honor to welcome to the United Nations His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and to invite him to address the Assembly.
Mr. President, Secretary General, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Misalon fambo ne una kushe una kabo. This na una bobo Joseph Deemaa. Normally they call him Deemaa De Great. Me fambo then una welcome for this great program where they come every Saturday. This na current affairs. On the current affairs, na ya we dey discuss all the latest activities where they go around the country, both internal and external. Me fambo then, una welcome again the current affair. Copy this program, share around to your party, share around to your brothers and sisters that we get current affair today. And on this program, we get big alajo where they with we on this program tonight. However, I would like to give the opportunity to my co-host, Umiana, to moderate this program tonight. Let him introduce himself.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, Mina DJ Force, SLPP DJ. I say good evening out there to Una and good morning to the people who are in the studio, and I welcome Una on current affairs. Thank you.
Well, the big alajo we talk, the DJ Force, the political messiah, the man we vow to make sure the APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi sit on a bench for everlasting more. Me fambo then, I get a big personality with we today for this platform. This big personality not only honor a man na this platform, na the media, and also na with society. This man na great man. In fact, I call him the 2018 boys. Of course, he's a man, but we consider them as the 2018 campaign man them. We be campaign heavily for President Tokendu Bio. We President Bio can have power. And today, this man, inside this part of the world we did, now man we stand strong, tie in Oja. For let this part, the SLPP within at this part, let it be value. The SLPP within at this part, let it stand strong to promote the president Tok and Rubio agenda, just like how it be done in 2018. No one else, but we own chairman, SLPP Holland branch chairman, Chairman Ali Vandi Mansaray, a day with me today. So I introduce the chairman, let him come on the platform and can tell the Famboden Hadu. Welcome to the program, chairman.
Thank you very much, Brother Joseph Deemaa Jela, for welcoming me here tonight. Well, Fambo them like how Joseph Deemaa Jela just put on. My name na Vandi Aliu Mansaray. Namina the duly elected chairperson to the SLPP Holland branch. One party establishment who opened following the collapse of that one time SLPP Continental Europe, and the date on which we actually registered with the party office now, I think it's in December 2018. And then after that, a lot of hurdles, a lot of, criminal games, like impersonating that
Thank
of
you, Vandi. We go candy. This is not just introduction. Thank you. Now, my family then we get Chama Vandi with we. DJ Force, I want to give the DJ Force himself. Let me welcome the chairman on the platform before we begin business proper. Once again, this is the current affairs.
Chairman Vandi, I really welcome you on the current affairs, and I'm so glad for you. Welcome on current affairs.
Thank you very much, brother DJ. My campaign comrade back 2017-18. I'm in Australia along with your sister, Isa Tubio. I can remember those days, you know. Thank you for bringing me on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman. You know, this is not the thing we talk about. Chairman 2018. But before we continue anything, we know say we President talk and do bio don't go America. It don't go break record there. You know, the man a mixer. The man we don't make today we say me and you will sit down with a smile. You know, before anything, I go on level play small about with President talk and do in speech. We listen to her. Then from there we'll run more fun and then we'll begin the program proper.
Excellency, Mr. Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I request protocol to escort His Excellency. On behalf of the General Assembly, I have the honor to welcome to the United Nations His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and to invite him to address the Assembly.
Mr. President, the Secretary General, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate you, Mr. President, on assuming the responsibility of steering the work of the 76th session of the General Assembly. I assure you of Sierra Leone's fullest support during your tenure. I also commend your predecessor, His Excellency Volkan Boxer of the Republic of Turkey, for the effective and efficient conduct of the 75th session of the General Assembly. We deeply appreciate his efforts in galvanizing a multilateral approach to containing the COVID-19 pandemic and handling its multifaceted impact through several high-level meetings. I also congratulate the Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, on his reappointment. I assure him of Sierra Leone's continued support as he leads and coordinates the United Nations response to persistent global challenges. Sierra Leone associates with its call, among other equally important global matters, for prioritizing COVID-19 response, vaccine access, equity, tackling poverty and inequality, the impact of climate change, and promoting gender equality, human rights protection, and promotion. Mr. President, our collective aspiration as a safe, equitable, and prosperous future has been challenged over the last 2 years. As the world wrestles with the tragedy, trauma, and adverse impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, Sierra Leone appreciates all COVID-19 specific resolutions of the General Assembly and Security Council. Sierra Leone is also fully supportive of all policy initiatives that advance multilateral cooperation on fighting the pandemic and implementing measures to mitigate its long-term effects on lives and livelihoods. We believe that our collective commitment through multilateral partnerships will see our work through the throes of this pandemic, build resilience, and recover sustainably. The theme of this 76th session.
Now, thank you very much again. I see when I just don't watch that video there. You know, this na a video I believe everybody don't watch. You see, these are the reason why we don't get a good president, a good leader where they represent win at the international war. A man we could I can always consider as a heaven sent, a tactical commander. But now when I don't watch this video, I will begin and first with you, Chairman Vandi Mansaray. I believe say if you don't watch all, what are your take on the president and how you see in whole overview how it don't make Sierra Leone become so proud in the international community? What are your take on that, Chairman?
Well, with His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, I think not to today begin the work. It began as far back as 1996 when Sierra Leone as a society been in the midst of turmoil. You know, then we would go through war, anarchy. I mean, when I say anarchy, lack of order, control not of the kind. I mean, this raged on for years. And, you know, out of his love, his care, compassion for Sierra Leone as a society, a counterpart, just 3 months, he said, no, this not for continue for happen. I give a step aside and usher in civilian rule. And perhaps this able come with peace. So, Eduan, Olmansiam, we've been get dictatorships elsewhere. In Liberia, of course, been a good through war. Guinea, the Ivory Coast, those societies so from part of the Man River Union Basin. His Excellency not choose for stay in power, but elect. Now they begin this job. He builds a very good reputation for himself, part of which we get for help greatly for Annam, the country's presidency today. So to me, this is not any strange thing. It's not somebody we get the country at heart, you know. So it not come as a surprise. Foresee the president put in place things very much developmental, all in keeping with the promises where he make to the people all throughout his campaign to be president. So yeah, I think in a way he has really tried. I mean, it's very difficult because imagine this is not somebody who don't come to power in 2018 and in predecessor. Kuruma, of course, he don't ravage society for 11 good years. We all know the kind of a legacy he actually inherit from him. And then just 2018, 2019, we begin for a about Corona. That's all be the column for COVID. And again, code COVID-19 because he actually emerged in 2019. And then in a matter of months, the WHO actually declared global pandemic. And within this ocean, actually, that is a halt on globalization. People not able to move. There's nothing like movement of goods and services across the globe anymore because of the pandemic. And in spite of that, the president and of course the new direction regime able to make inroads in society in terms of development, say road infrastructure, education, and employment. I mean those things. So it do because these not the thing that we've been get on mind back in 1996. It give power. Governments that we come, successive governments that we come, then do their own, they're not able, but in Baron counterparts, yes. I for continue from Usaya begin back in 1996 and see whether I able to put Sierra Leone back on the global stage.
Thank you very much, Chairman Vandi Mansaray. That is brilliant for me. You take me back to history. We are not really expect. But now I make this program sweet. Me family, this is not current affairs. When I share the program, today we get big personality on this platform. Me and the political messiah, they are to bulldoze and also welcome the chairman where they with we. Because I can always consider our chairman Vandi Mansaray, the 2018 mandem. So he just don't narrate about President Bio and ambitions before even he come to power. Thing where we don't start in 1996, where it gives Sierra Leone democracy, then he left a go study and now it get passion. It come back in a country because of the previous government, just like how we hear it from Vandi Mansaray, because the man there we and DJ Force they win at the 2018 campaign man there. However, I thank you very much, Chairman. DJ Force, what are your take on the president in your speech and also the last speaker in your speech?
Yeah, I tell you all thank you. Today, let people that know say current affairs get two big personalities on this platform from Holland. Actually, me they speak from Australia. We need follow. We know say we get the chairman and the deputy chairman at the station today on current affairs. This is a brighter day for we as we can see them. First in history where this don't happen. Moving forward, everybody can admire the team, like when you see the chairman and deputy chairman at the studio. So I admire that. I just think about that and say, okay, make a repeat daily, say again, when I welcome on that too, for putting in more effort and more focus for moving the agenda and for the SLPP party and for Sierra Leoneans and for me to see the right why President Bio is the right person to rule Sierra Leone at this point in time. Okay, Chairman Vandi, I welcome you again. I say thanks to you. You take the memory back to 1996, which everybody know how hurdles and discouraging way 1996 be there. But a man like this, during the TENNEH, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Guinea, you know, and overpower to the nation, you know. One speech where he began in that handing ceremony, he said, I not take power for me and me paddy them. I take power for give back to Sierra Leoneans because I feel sorry. Sierra Leoneans, they don't lost a lot of life. Sierra Leoneans, they don't punish too much. So now he make her take power and hand over power. And it say one word. It say, I go betray anybody who try for betray Sierra Leoneans them. And it go stand the way. And up to this day, they don't prove it. So moving forward, Sierra Leoneans, they don't prove it. Right, say President Bio is a human being. It's a person where they move forward for make sure say we self proud of we nation, we self we national flag stand everywhere for let people they recognize we. Yeah, it don't be a time where Sierra Leone, if you talk about Sierra Leone at any part of the world, people run away from you. Like you have something smelling, you know. Moving forward, it don't come, it don't rebrown that. It all rebrown that. But one thing today where I want to say, the journalists in Sierra Leone, actually they try for play a mind game because I can see some of the interviews the way President Bioki they go to 98, their radio stations, and they for me the questions the way they can get they wiki me because they can already say they travel. You don't know say you waste money or you this money where you travel with you need for car begin they put an port for cook and for give people. You know the mindset of these journalists and free to for me is not improving and is very weak. Here is a president where they travel now passenger plane in the gate and the former outgoing administration where they go on travel now chartered flight jets. Now they be take the go with. And then journalists, they own and free to be sit down, they lock them up like KPAKA, they don't be the talk. Now, here is a president where they travel out of Sierra Leone, and they take passenger train, plane, and they risk in life just for go sell Sierra Leone, now the market for get something for bring come for we. They know they see that with all the journalists and some of the people and they benefit from this free quality education. So when they go through the interviews and they where they know they try for actually ask something we go develop the country or say things that we go make the people that get interest in the government, then the journalists that they talk like they are not in the system or they are not seeing what President Bio is doing. But moving forward, under the 76 sections of the United Nations Summit, it's a brand new day for Sierra Leoneans. It's a brand new day. You know, this now the first time I see a president they talk about the youth in United Nations Summit. it talk about women. Sierra Leoneans, they call upon their attention for me they actually they listen to the English here, or with people for me they broke the English away President Bill they speak across the world. Let the market woman they because then travel away President Bill they travel for the market women them. Because if he left for say they travel no more for the journalists there or for the teachers there, for me, they are not embracing the effort of President Bill. Yes, they are not embracing the effort of President Bill. He's traveling for the wheelbarrow rider, for the poor man in down there in the village. Now, for them people who are President Bill, they travel. If he left at them, principals, headmasters, teachers, lecturers, journalists, they are not embracing the message. They are not putting the message down to the bottom. So I encourage with Minister of Information, they travel away President Bill, they risk in life, where they travel now, their summits here, their other meetings, the way they go. He is traveling for the poor man in the village there, where not get access to the offices where the people are where they pay for embracing government, where they even try for weakening the system, let the system not benefit Sierra Leoneans and now freedom. Not to for the President Bill, they travel. They travel for the farmers, for the people in the bottom, for the market women, for the wheelbarrow riders, for the bike riders. When I listen in speech in this summit, 76 summit in the United Nations, we say I capture President Bill. He talk about the youth. First in history, President go now United Nations summit where he talk about the youth, the poverty where the youth they roaming, and he talk about job. So such leaders I believe the journalism get a very greater role for the play their information they are in various languages so that the poor men out there go but they are not doing it. What they are doing they are trying to bring more political attention in the country. So for me, I'm not impressed with the journalism in Sierra Leone, even though President Biogo, he got talk about the freedom. We don't give the press. Yeah. But then all they are not seeing it like we are moving forward. So the national flag don't stand. Yes, President Bio don't make the national flag don't stand. Now, when you talk about Sierra Leone, people want to come to be friend to you. So moving forward, make cannot take una time on other speakers than they. But maybe say today, President Bio don't sell the national flag across the world. Yeah. So if today we don't get somebody where they talk about the youth, the poverty that the youth are roaming in Sierra Leone, that means they want to bring something for the youth to kick against this poverty. But there are people there who is in this administration or in the system who not they see the work of President Bio, but people that they go per married. They hire private jets. They go in that married day. They were so happy. The journalists were so happy where they spend that kind of resources on married. They were not talking anything about it. But when the president travel, we go back to Sierra Leone, they go ask her, they travel, where they travel. And some of these travels, it's not Sierra Leone taxpayer money. The need for know that. The journalists, for me in Sierra Leone, such summits, they are really professional journalists, the need for put them message here on the paper, can go to the market women by breaking down into our local languages like what we are speaking here now, Creole. Anybody who listen this, the village post itself, in the to the part of. If now this way, the journalists that they do now free tongue, they go and encourage Sierra Leone, they say, we'll get for go out of this poverty. We don't get a president who is serious, we don't take responsibility for Sierra Leonean, but it's not happening like that. What is happening more is divided politics. They are trying to increase in the society. Make Holland first.
That was DJ for the SLPP DJ, the political messiah. What I catch up yonder from DJ Force, that we don't get a previous government where if they travel, and it's by Kruma, if they travel, if they go to other countries, if they use private jet, private plane to go. Where we don't get a leader, President Bio, where they feel for the country, we love the country so much more than himself. Now they work overnight. Where they go, they use public transport, flight, with all Monday inside to tell una say a care about the country. Now, what he also I understand, the youth empowerment. And President Biotoka, what you see in speech, he said it fed for the youth empowerment. And we don't see it today. You know, the APC time, there was nothing like youth empowerment. What in they give youth man then? Now then they give them small money, give them jamba, give them drugs. You know, point them their minds, then the mindset them. So at the end of the day, the children then they're young one, then they know they grow. Then they left behind. President Bio said, no, that is not the solution. Now it may account and say, it don't see full man de boku. It don't see the education sector in that country, it don't go behind. So what it say it do? Way forward. And the cow of free quality education. And the education is the key to success because the man believe in human capital development. I remember on the SLPP hour, DJ Force, he talk on that President Bill thief, you know, take that message from the white man where say capital development. Not also,
Yes.
they take it from him. Because they love Salone so much, he say, yes, I don't see capital development in the Western world, but then now I am bringing back human capital development because I'm a product of it. Yeah. So this is the reason why we see President Bio he work so hard overnight. We call him president over work. Now, I don't go to the summit, just like how Chairman Vandi did talk. That is not a strange thing to him because the man we don't do more than that. Now, man we from the day we God say mother you can on earth to can revive Sierra Leone. It can revive we during the 1996. We remember, you know. Then from there, it can revive we again. Now, we're not 2018. So for that, I tell President Bill thanks. But way forward, we don't see the president don't go now the summit. They don't they talk about the benefit where they don't create for the Sierra Leoneans then, the burden where they don't pull na Sierra Leoneans then head. But then now we see the munku politician then we in another country, we don't love the country, we don't make the country don't go behind. They go and doctor them, they say, President Bio, the one where they talk about the opportunity where they don't give, they give the parent them, where they don't save them. They say no lie, they don't begin make false allegation or other things then. So I want, what would they ask, who not as expert, and else also the chairman were in 2018 campaign man then, the strategic man then. So tell me about that speech where President Bio do, and also the lies of the APC Tolongo Toge Pambody, when they're not better for that country. Anything what they do, na propaganda. They don't get campaign message. But before going there, I want to show you the original and the fake thing when they do, and we analyze on how President Bio don't help the parents and the people that are surrounding, where we don't save them for a month or a year when they go yearly income when they go to spend for education or other activities, then like $500 to $600, $700. Let me show you the fake propaganda where the APC Tulumbu Toge Pambody then do. Then from there, the original show. Then from there, we debunk them.
Families are saving in excess of $500 a year per student.
Now, I showed this was the original.
We have promoted the rights to education through creative solutions, including nationwide distance learning and hybrid education technologies. We have added 800,000 more learners, increased domestic education financing to 22% of national budget, and learning has continued throughout the period of this pandemic. Our policy of radical inclusion grants tuition-free and safe access to quality education to all learners, including pregnant girls, parent learners, children from poor and rural areas, and children living with disabilities. Coupled with comprehensive school safety measures, a revamped curriculum, hybrid education technologies, credible transition examinations, school feeding, school health, and other forward-looking policies, we are making steady progress in Sierra Leone. We seek partnerships to further expand these investments in education, technical training, higher education, and entrepreneurship. Only then can our young persons seize the opportunity to expand the economy, innovate and take advantage of 4IR technologies and create new possibilities for our nation.
Now, when I don't see this video, the first video what I show now video where you know say APC they not only believe in mamikos, they not only believe in blackmailing, they not only believe in propaganda. They take something, they arrange them, then they begin put out on social medias. And when I the campaign manager for 2018, I believe say when I be done when I meet up some obstacles them, when propaganda obstacles them, where they do. And these are some of the things. So I come to Chairman Vandi. What are your take on this message where President Bio don't talk the reality, how he don't save annual money for parent them, not that country did. But then APC that they say na lie. They say the President Bio they take money, they give them physical cash. Can you highlight in the educate the thief man the one don't begin they fed them from 2018?
Well, thank you very much, Brother Deemaa. To start with, people and way they run this media propaganda, of course, I believe now people that we belong to opposition political parties, especially the APC, been on the power for like 11 years, they embezzle meager resources meant for our development in the country. They live luxurious lives, you know. So they want to come back to power, and they believe the only way for do that, media propaganda, for sabotage, for embarrass the president, even discourage donors and investors from coming to invest in Sierra Leone. That's one thing. And the fortunate thing, a good number of them, they reside in societies part of the Western world. We say even 9-year-old Pekin, they enjoy full access to a device with ISP attached. I mean, internet service provider. In addition to that, the skill it takes also for use that a particular device there with ISP attached for manipulate things, you know, things like lies. So you would expect them to say those things, to say within the president to talk, now lie, you know. And again, take one thing to account very seriously. Of these two things, lies and the truth. The lie, they travel faster. If you engage these two also in a race, the lie can go half around the world, while the truth not even done it for put on just one part of issues. That is the truth about them. The opposition political party won't forget back to power. How they get for one? Media propaganda, not only for taint the reputation of the president, but even undermine deliberately or otherwise those things with the president put in place aimed at bringing developments. If the president go out and give these kinds of speeches, for example, they do one for encourage donors, for encourage investors for come and be of some support to the country, but they don't want time. You see, so in a way, desperation there as a challenge in life. They are very desperate to get back to power, and it is not happening overnight. So you would expect them to say those things, you know, very much starting to usher in both donor and investor fatigue. That's my take on the whole thing.
Oh, thank you very much. You know, you just hear what the chairman talk. You know, these guys are desperados. They are so desperate in other way around to come back na power, which of course are not going for happy. What the president build upon do, it don't shock them, it don't put them into a tight corner, funny position that they not get no message. The only thing what they do, now to come with them fake things. And I believe say beaucoup people they don't victimize with them doctoral things, the way they doctorate, they put fake things them together in other way around to degrade with government. Coming forward, DJ for the SLPP DJ. What thing are you on take on that video and also from the last man Chamavani statement?
I also want for encourage Sierra Leoneans, both internal and external, for say if today they get a Sierra Leoneans we don't travel, some of these guys travel with the benefit of our nation resources. What I mean by benefit of our nation resources, some of these guys have been given scholarship, and they came, they fail us. Most of the guys we see where they run this propaganda, where they America, England, Germany, Australia here, where they run propaganda for the APC Tolongbo Toll Gate Pan Body. Some of them are scholarship, they be give them. Some of them they be give a diplomatic passport, but they don't fail the nation. And moving forward, when they're not able to they're not able to come out with results. Now they try for become with poison for the nation. We all know the struggle where Sierra Leoneans they go through. Everybody knows there is a lot of facilities where the British they become left for we in Sierra Leone. And their facilities they need today where they miss, where other countries they don't improve on their own, where they're proud of jobs today, they're proud of education today. This same party where they run this propaganda now the media, now they don't destroy them. But they don't hold Sierra Leone into spell. And they still want for less Sierra Leone, they not get out of that spell they. They don't hold we in lie. Vandi talk about lie. This is a political party we don't the out of power. You know, they try for bring competition at the market. Let people they see like they have changed or they know what the people are interested in. But they bring lie, fake propaganda. Now, if a president will sit down, they address the whole world, now I make a bidon they talk and say, anytime we go on United Nations, no country know they talk. When I check the past United Nations summit the whole they go. No country know they talk. Now Sierra Leone they talk. Because now we are the leader now the West Africa region. Now the bad politicians they hold on, they always they give power to. Now they don't make Sierra Leone they fall. So then pick away they now oversee where they support the outgoing administrations. They don't fail the people. They don't go through proper education. They don't merit the knowledge where they begin their scholarship. Then when they diplomatic passport so they begin they not can make use of them. So now they try to take technology and lie back to we people. Yeah, discourage. Vandi talk about discouraging investors, bro. When they say that some of these guys where they run their propaganda, they don't know the meaning of United Nations 76 section. Yeah, 76 section of United Nations summit in America, in New York. And then they don't forget this now COVID-19. So if you see British American man, they don't go hold this 76 section of United Nations. They don't call Sierra Leone for can't give speech. Sierra Leone, therefore don't they even the dance na street, therefore don't they jubilate because it shows like we are now migrating. We are serious. The government in Sierra Leone is serious, and things will come for we will be really, really, really be proud of because the president will get. Look at what he go say. Now that language where the president they talk, now they try for destroy. For let's say Alena, they don't listen. 22% economy would they spend on the poor people in the rural area. You see what the president talk in that summit. So the people where they play with politics of lie, they try for later information, they not go into the market women because they don't know say the people where they belong the rule, where if say they are more capable for bringing a kind of power, but they don't want to let them listen to that speech day. First in history, somebody they go, president they go, because I can follow United Nations Summit. President Bill now no more don't they talk about rural area. We need development. Where 22% of the revenue spent on education in the rural area, they benefit from this. First in history, somebody they go talk about that. So they don't want them message that they go na the mind of the people. Now they carry lie to the people for let people know listen at free talk. And one thing, Mr. Vandi talk and say lie they go faster than true. Yeah, you lie now no more. By the time they marry, it don't pass Kailan because Kailan are the far distance in Sierra Leone. Yeah, but when lie they travel fast. So if they find out saying that lie now, the opposition they don't take for can't wait so that they go able use the mindset, train the mindset of Sierra Leone for use and can to power. But are we going to continue lying for ourselves? Where we all know say mosquito de Bokuna Sierra Leone pass the Motamande. So moving forward, make her not take all the time and make her allow other speakers they talk because everybody knows say mosquito Bokuna Sierra Leone pass Motamande. Yeah, that's what I tell everybody.
Thank you very much, DJ Force, the SLPP DJ. Just like how I don't hear what DJ Force don't talk and Chama Vandi don't talk. And that is true. The APC, what he can make them come always na power, now because of lies, propaganda. Remember Pakaba in time. Before they come, they say Kaba Tiger. Pakaba no able provide electricity for the country. Yeah. They say, hey, Bubuna. Why Pakaba Cow Bubuna project, all those things for the country. But Pakaba not been get enough time because when they be overthrown, it come back and will be the fight for peace, all those things. But now, Pakaba make a way for Sierra Leonean, for Honest by Kruma. But when Honest by Kruma can, what did he do? A jump over Pakaba in good manifesto project and foundation that we lay, it begin thief them money, then they put on in pocket. But at the end of the day, the same lies, what they be the lie, we young people then be the believe say, what the other APC then they talk, not true. So when Chamavandi say lie, they fly, more than that, now that lie, now they believe on. And at that lie, they feel say, when they continue with that lie now go count them back in power. But I will tell people the one thing, the Bible and the Quran, they don't for them for APC to long go to give somebody. The Bible they against them, because when you lie, the people then grab, you don't love them. You can't a country. You say they count electricity. You don't give them electricity. What did they do? And as my Kruma, a young brother begin take, then cable them from Bukbuna and they go sell them. Yeah. So all them sweat and they for them. So now, way forward. I'm live, man. Way forward. President Bio, it come with a genuine plan. A plan, a one executor. For let every Sierra Leonean, every parent there, let them benefit and enjoy what he a carry because I come in know the situation where the APC left with it. So because of lie, now that make now we see APC then they get that majiji. They really want car with lies, but we there to expose them. We not be don't expose them. We not be don't know the tactics. Now that's not the reason we President Bill can power. And we serve there now to stop their lies, to educate every Sierra Leoneans. From the granny where they na more women, me uncle where they na Kabbalah, let them all understand see APC not better for that country, and not better for themselves. Now we still continue with President Bio in summit where they in America, in the US. We see say President Bio come out there, Sierra Leoneans, they be so happy, they welcome them, they embrace them. Then from there, President Bio say, I'm so glad when I don't welcome me. But what they tell una Sierra Leoneans, una not vote for munku politician them because they're munku politician them. Now they don't destroy this nation. And because of the Bible and the Quran, don't for them by the APC, now then they make also where then your party chairman for life, they say they're all munku. So now, back to President Bio in speech. Let me play something where he talk to the people them. Then from there, we discuss them about that munku sector. Why the APC the munku? Why we not for vote them? Now this I want let we show to the public the reason why we not for vote them. Because then alignment them, because they're not good for that nation, because then a mami cause bomber them, because then a political rebels, because then a political criminals. You know, but we don't know much about them. So I want to we watch President Bio what he talk about them. They also will describe them as a munku, how munku they behave. They will continue.
Yes! We are only one country, no so? Yes! We are only one people, no so? Yes! And in that country, we will not be for them. We got munku that is in the country, no so? We are going to vote for munku then? No! One country, all the way, one people, unity, no so? Just to say a big thank you. Talk and do. Right? Talk and do. 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 Our president. For the.
Now, when I don't see the video, where President Bio say, when I not vote for them munku politician. Now, I come back to you, DJ first, before I go to chairman. Them munku politician then, what in are your statement for them? The statement where President Bio say, let will not vote for them.
You know, the opposition parties, they don't play dirty politics, bad politics, politics of lust. So when they don't go say, they don't say the Sierra Leoneans, they don't reject them. And the Bible and the Quran, just like what he say, Sierra Leoneans, God don't answer their prayer. Now he make it final say where the chairman in the opposition department, we are not even allowed to go and attend that summit where he go the Bible and the Quran convince him and he go address the whole political party as a munku political parties. So that means Sierra Leoneans them they have succeeded. Because when somebody munku, you go vote for him. Then are the question where President Bio go ask now America. So when I go vote for munku, then the people they say no. Then the people they say talk and do. You know, one thing we may admire inside that video, now the relationship with President Biogo creates. And inside that video, they not to only SLPP be did now Sierra Leoneans then be did and other political party members we get see say President Bio is in the right section, is in the right direction. So if you look at every head of state that we go at that summit, the people that be there, but security not allow them to go among such crowd. Yeah, in UN they know they allow you go now that kind of crowd they know they allow president for good. But when they stop President Bio, what he do? He forge ahead. He move there. He say they are my people. I will go and stand with them. And that stand no more we go stand with the people. It don't renew the mind of Sierra Leoneans them. We be there inside that crowd, we go tin up, put them in the top. So that relationship we don't go create. That thousand of Sierra Leoneans that will be there, where President go talk inside our mic. They have family in Sierra Leone. They have brothers and sisters in Sierra Leone. That also do increase in votes, in government in Sierra Leone, because many of those will be seen up here, they now get for communicate to their family back home for say, oh, this man, now the right man will be vote for. You know what? Come 2024, he must win the presidency. Not only presidency, city council in Freetown, if we win them, because he want transform Freetown, but somebody can't get the city council we don't make, you know, able to change the face of Freetown. Yeah. So now, not only president, he get for win. Even inside Freetown, capital city, he get for take that city council, he get for win that city mayor. Because when you want a government for work, you forget the mayor and you forget the status, then it able to move the country forward. So it don't go create a bigger, it don't go expand in relationship na America and na Sierra Leone, because this are the train who they work upon. So now that value, they don't want these political criminals they way sit on America, England, Germany, where they play opposition, dirty politics. They don't want to let the people they listen to, and every day they go around fake propaganda, and they try for call up their people their attention for many council, you know, they don't listen. Divided politics, they practice their opposition, their munku oppositions them. But I tell the nation thank you, and the Bible and the Quran thank you, we're able to convince the man of the biggest political opposition leader, we go call them munku. Yeah. So now the president say, "Una go vote for munku then." The people they say no. And you don't tell they vote for munku then na Sierra Leone, because the munku then na the couple na they can't kill agriculture. They can't kill the train. Black dye meat. Everybody be know say Natco biscuits. That's all be the grab. People that they buy Natco biscuit, they can't go away. But all today, munku they don't put Natco biscuit factory. Natco biscuit factory. You know they get Sierra Leone.
I tell you.
So
that
all
Natco
this,
biscuit.
yes, with people that not be know say the one where they be vote for them, then I be munku. Because at the end of the day, we are the only country where we not even get place where bus hot, where rain come, you go chin up under for say if they take taxi or bus, where bus the car, you go under. Even if rain they can bus there for run, taxi there for run, Honda for run, because at the end of the day, we say they go chin up for take taxi or bus. Place no day. Let anybody can now, let show me na Piton or across the country for say you get place where they go chin up for take bus. So government don't come 1.80 million I they give to council for transport Sierra Leone. So people just the whole and no more. Them munku politicians, them administration, they just the whole and no more. They put on their pocket. So how now let the country feel like America, England, Germany. So these are the things that we make. We don't need for vote for munku politicians there again. Yeah, munku politicians. And I don't make today they go all and say angry day, because we agriculture sector where British man they be bring car for we, they be don't kill them. Munku politicians they be don't kill them. Where Pakaba before Pakaba they die, it count 350 tractors. What the munku politicians they do with the kind of power? They take a go sell in Guinea. So now made the headquarters in Guinea, it don't fall. Because these now they always they play the danger politics for can't take power in Sierra Leone. But God, the Bible and the Quran don't take, it don't destroy the stronghold.
Thank you very much, DJ Force. You know, I really love that statement there, you know. Now back to Chairman. You know, I can see how difficult it is. And it was for you guys, the 2018 man guys, and we campaign for President Bio to kind of power. To deal with them munkus then. What in a year take of President Bio say, let them not vote for munku then. Yeah. And how was it that to deal with all them munku in 2018? From before 2018 now before President Bill can have power. It's not a small thing, no, Chairman. So what are you on take? Let the public, let the people they know how it was, how it been there, how it was like to deal with them in that country day. We got to expose them today.
Well, to start with, I think I've been feel so glad actually for Yeri from the horse's mouth, which I mean honest by Chroma SSF way to me personally na a munku commando for go after a fellow munku them the one that we don't train, because I mean now like under in the first place the APC opposition APC became this breeding ground for them munku them on the country's political arena. Now we just say munku what's not munku in the first place? Munku I think now a terminology, it can be Creole or maybe a local language. Terminology will stand for somebody with a low mentality. Now, Deemaa and the family, let me take on the family setting. Me and you, na brothers, them. And we parlay a die left give property. If me na a munku, somebody with a low mentality, I always get for think of myself. That property they waiting for me and you, I try for even put them under my arm speed. hide them from you, so you're not able to enjoy a thing from them. And that exactly is how the APC has been operating in the country, all under Analyst by Kuruma. Instead of munku, that's somebody with a low mentality, you know, able to think about the country, all already think about theft for himself. Until he trained then fellow commandos, them put them together. Yeah, one thing for Kuruma do for let the whole world know says instead of munku, somebody with a low mentality, but a company politicians them across Sierra Leone's political arena. The fact that a mistake the APC for a patrimony, you know what I mean, patrimony, a personal property handed down to somebody from, say, a grandfather, an uncle, or relative. Now, so it take the party, and because it take the party, a munku take the party this way, a crown itself chairman for life. Now, where this happened for some time, you know, democratic settings, of course, people within the party, they turn disgruntled. And because they turn disgruntled, they don't listen to them again. They not value them. So what you do, you term them all as munku. But it's itself na munku, na in train them, na in take the APC for a training ground. For them munku, they don't carry them. Munku, they don't begin realize yes, what this commando they do to them, na bad thing. You see? So the APC, it was very right for the president to stand at the heart of the USA for ask fellow Australians, come 2023, when I get for vote, them muku them, and the people them, you know, overwhelmingly exclaimed, no, we not go do them. Why? Because munku them are the one that were low mentality when they come, then they put the country first, they think about the country, then they think about not even kapu, because kapu now decide to say strength help you take away something. You know, you get for fat. If you get strength, you pull something, go with them. I mean, let's say a catch. But then when they come to power, because they are munku them, because they put a low mentality about the EU country, they were thinking self. And so what they do not to kapu, na korundo, the meager resources for the country. So yes, so that question what the president asked, I mean, and I go really like throw some weight behind that to fellow Australians, them, and especially one them where they of age, don't form part of the electorate in the country. Come 2023. Think say not all President Bio begin for refer to key players in the APC as Munku. No, the owner of APC, winner Analyst by Kuruma, we don't plant himself in the party as chairman for life. Now, INSSF, Chief Munku, we train other Munku them. Now, INSSF begin for refer to them openly as Munku them. People that have low mentality when they think about any other person, just to think about themselves. So, President Bio, a question. Australians may advise to now. Come 2023, when I go casting a ballot on side, and I get for think again, hey, wait, back in 2021, when the president, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio at the UN summit, they ask you one question, is it appropriate to vote? Then muku them in, and we all answer, no, we not go down. Now the time this now, if we can show to the president, say yes, oh yes, President will talk that is ready for can implement it. And so we know that same day to your question, that no, now they can implement now, so we not get for vote the munku them in, because so now vote the munku them in, then come back to power 5-10 years now Kurundo then get for the Kurundo resources from the country, go with a different side, go build for them girlfriend them, for them, you know, left for now, but abject poverty. That is it. So I'm glad you were the president took him, and I stand with him, and at again with full support, and I will continue for talk to Australians any side I get the chance for do so. For say, hey, where you go for go cast the ballot 2023, members say them muku them plenty inside the APC, and when they come back to power, na Kurundo, na it take place in the country, not vote them in.
That is a message. Meaning, Chairman, no runoff, no rally, because the man where they got for put on that ballot box or paper to stand against President Bill, na munku. How will I go vote for munku? So, but one thing I enjoy for Chairman say na Kurundo na.
No, but listen to me, DJ Force. You know what Kurundo? I mean the difference there between Kurundo and Kapu, right?
Yes. Kurundo me nothing no go benefit.
Take all thing, because now you want pull power, now you want pull strength past all man.
You know, let us see this thing here, DJ Force. You know, let us hit on the Chairman a Kurundo talk. You know,
Kurundo.
because of Kurundo make Freetown dirty.
Yes.
The city mayor, when a voter in, for like it makes Freetown good, make all their logistic, every necessary thing for Freetown in order. It goes sit down and they say, in the voter in to benefit APC, not the people that are Freetown.
Because
So that made the Corondo.
low mentality. It
Yes.
itself.
Yes.
You see, and now we don't see it don't go now the summer and they dance muku dance because I don't Corondo. They are the dance because I don't care about the people there. Now we see the video, we say they dance, the muku dance. Then from there, we will talk some more about this Corondo because this Corondo now some people are not here a long time.
All is vanity. What shall I profit a man if he gains the world and loses soul to the devil?
Bimone kaka bikotuelo, bimone kaka bileya, bimone kaka bibate.
So when I don't see this munku woman, when a munku mayor, yes, Madabu Abisia, it don't categorically clear say, it not they serve the people in a Freetown. Yes, na Corondo is the Corondo for APC, for let APC come back in power. So Chairman, thank you very much for that message. That Corondo is for day part of with flagship. Not vote for them because the munku, you vote for them and they can't Corondo.
The Honorable VP, if you want, I can lay further emphasis on that. I mean, give me the whole net.
Yes.
You can give me the whole net. Let me get back to waiting Analyst by Kuruma do to the Kono people before they get to the polls. Big Damon come out na Kono, the whole world here bottom, then display outside BBC, CNN, all media, global media outlets, display them, all man see them.
Yeah, Tina, that have been Joe. How you read me mind? How you read me mind, Chama Wade? Chairman Vandi Wade, because now that's if they be ask me any question and I answer that, but you don't capture and I'm in mind. All right, go ahead. You are very smart, man.
That means una two, I'm not cutting up. Una two, na 2018 guys.
Let me tell you now, not to leg, not fake diamond. No, it don't come out. They don't check them all sides. All experts, I mean, in the diamond dealings any side in the world, don't really clarify say na big diamond. But then the one where they in charge, the one where have been presiding judge in the country, Analyst by Kuruma, na Muku Commando. How did diamond money go? Nobody knows about that. Till now, the only things we happen, two things. We see the establishment of a very, very big party office na Makeni. Why? Because na Munku they in power. Kono outside the diamond come out dusty as we speak. Part of the proceeds they use them for build big party office. Yes. And then we hear about Unimac, University of Makeni. Before the diamond they come out, even before the polls wake out into power, vague promises, a lot of that people of Kono, they go open university there. Then luckily, we come to power, God help them for let it do that. How Kono says big diamond commodity in the power. If we don't use at least 10-20% of that, say, hey, bro, I don't promise them players so you know, the campaign for come to power. I promise them something. At least last beginning. If I know able done and self, you know, so tell the next way they can be me, get for completer. But you know, do instead of do the proceeds of people in diamond, it corondo down they go with them, establish places for himself. Namakeni, why? Because in a munku they always take, but instead we get them plenty now and I don't want to call name. You notice we don't conduct elections here and their leadership they in place this that, but then munku then say we say we get some more. Then munku then say no na lie. The mentality is too low in them. Munku them any side and go and get low mentality. Then left for fet on and on and on. And at this they go on inside opposition political party. Koroma, Ellen Johnson, they all can't talk to him, see, 90 years. First, you don't carry years. I mean, you don't do all what you for do in politics, inside Salone. You don't be president. You don't build mansions for yourself. You don't, I mean, a lot. So what you for do now, play a game will look very much identical to the game we made to play. You know, that low profile something, not be too active again in your country's domestic politics. And still, you know, listen, and still, you know, able to calm down and say, hey, this party, sometimes them bill before they born me. They say party, committee, association, union. These are collective nouns, not one person. You know, if you can say political party, a given political party, now you prepare property, that's now you did property. Now you want to get for be chairperson for life. I mean, double underline that statement. But then when somebody now munku, it can make them statements then. And then it turn around again and look at a fellow human beings, I mean, working together and still refer to them as munku. But you know, munku passed them first. So that is it, fellows.
Yes, DJ Force.
Thank you very much, Chama Vandi. You know, this Korondoya has something we don't affect we for a very long time, since 1967. And Sierra Leoneans, them, especially the APC Tolongbo Tollgate Pan body supporters, them, where they feel say they are coming from, the majority side is from the northern part of Sierra Leone. Well, I want to tell you, I say APC be done the Korondo now for a very long time. These are the people who lost election. They go thief all, they go Korondo all the money na the bank. They run away. Even the carpet, the government vehicles. You know, this not a criminal political party where I really want Sierra Leoneans them. For me, they not allow this replay this party stop for the Kolondo, their asset. They thief the property there. Now, we see the city mayor, the dance. You know, this city mayor, they don't face Sierra Leoneans there. One thing, the job where they give the city mayor, the job big pass them. You know, one day get them kind of job then they in Europe, now England. The city A.K.A, no one day get even an office where they control 300 people in England. You know, one day get their job then they. Some of you don't get administrative leadership now there with my country, or they control 45 manpower. 45. But inside England, A.K.A no one day control 10 manpower. Now office where they take leadership, they give them instruction. Some of you don't take that role. Some of you don't control it man now. So what's it happen? That job where they began and free to a big passer. And what in the munku politicians they be don't do, we make today free to not the change. Free to not the if you want free to pass you go to the western area, even the western area now Longley, they be don't take over. Street market don't take over. Now they the market now street. The same system na east, Lokana, western area. And western area na tourist area. Now, what in this street market mean? Where the city council don't come, at least will be the fee safe for we able to provide a decent marketplace. Then that bomb, if we don't provide a land, where they for the go to way dot now, because that bomb, they all the picking the way they lost na free to na inside bomb they go hide them. We see they keep picking for human sacrifice. Na bomb they can't go, na they go bury. Yeah, because bomb na net nobody know did it. All the munku politicians, the way they in our society, where they in the opposition side, now they do the human sacrifice and they call upon Sierra Leone the attention say city mayor don't fail now because one of the things that the smell of Bome, it don't take over in Bome and I will not need for true day again. The place no they don't flop, it not get land again. So what's the happen? The city mayor for don't take off and get a fresh land. They don't count garbage trucks them for instructs now for the go to now other new place. Yeah, that they close the nobody know for trade again. But because they're munku politician and they bush down the now the society bush down the without bomb now the eastern part of Freetown. Now making the final say the city mayor not ready for make Sierra Leone progress or Freetown progress. It try for link on the munku party so that it will get protection coming 2024. Now that really I see inside that dance where they dance here now for try for CC Adeutuna. So wait 2024 can vote for me again. But failing to understand that the job big passer. You know, when they get position like that in England, I say, you know, when they get position in England where they control 10 people, we don't get position now they control 45 manpower. Now me they tell the what you for do and what you not for do. So you don't get leadership skill. And it's not developmentally oriented. Now, we'll be the expect say opposition party for work together with government to build Sierra Leone. to build a better Sierra Leone. But no, what really they busy the deeper now munku politics the deeper. And it don't come from the horse's mouth. The man itself is munku. So big diamond like that one day with $350 million where the loan IMF is my witness. Where they tell them say una can't explain how una spend this money. Able the munku politicians they meet Masquita the boku pass motamana feature because what you mean Masquita the boku pass motamana na feature una go see. Chairman Deemaa enter na feature. He cry, he say, hey, my first time for ye Masquita. I say, Bia. Yes, the deputy chairman Holland branch. He enter na feature. He holla. He say, hey, he said, me first time today for your year about Masquita. Now I say, well, you're welcome to Africa. Me and you will discuss about that. Now he say, oh man, I can't sleep. He said, the Masquita, they ready give me chance. I say, well, now one of the things that this way president, you really want to minimize the mosquitoes bites in Sierra Leone. Malaria, let it reduce. Now it make it bring hygiene. But since Freetown people, they don't bring somebody where they say, now in their belief, for can run the city council, now in our need for increased hygiene for the Freetown people. What it don't do? It don't abandon in job. It don't go into munku politics activity, divided politics activity, bad politics activities. Where this no the market Freetown for let Freetown become attractive to even they young picking the way don't travel where the America, England, Germany, where they internationally, they are also part of tourism because their money they way they come with now Freetown they spend them. They not get forgotten in other country, but they are not encouraging their own citizens. We don't travel in Sierra Leone the way they Holland, Germany, where they go Freetown, they run away for come back because the mosquito bite is plenty. This they increase disease. This city mayor don't face Sierra Leone. And what in the city, the munku politicians that they don't do. Who said they don't set this foundation? They bring on street market and sing na Abacha women they haze and Freetonians they say. And not only free the street no more you go sell markets and make money. No, you know they think of health. Now free time they see somebody go tina motka de kawa kapa in foot. It tina here motka de fed uda for work on street. You know they think say way they sell market for go you know say you get water for drink, you get toilet for use, you get a hygiene, it is smell nice. People they for can day where they feel like una day una go get long life. So this munku politics where me Chairman Vandi they talk about where the opposition they don't bring Canada the nation say they not qualified, they are munkus. Now so the munku politician they don't hold city council ransom to Freetown. Yeah, and the baby when they don't can give that council the job big pass them. So it's not transforming Freetown. Freetown is getting dirty every day. They drainage the Odom block. Since President Bio we don't bring count the first 90 days now hygiene I bring count to the nation. After we don't leave this job, remember they are still funding the council. They are still giving council funding, development funding to the councils. But the woman is not doing nothing. When they get no more, they take a go to munku party, they go Sheba. Make a difference. They Kolonduam, they go Sheba. So that petty trading where they be not based on Freetown, when I did the full Freetonians, they say una pre-market and street. Remember that crowd where they can at the streets. How many dirty they put on the street? And for clean that, it will take a time for clean up. So now we'll be expecting this city council, city mayor, Ekisoya for don't create more land and take the market to the people. Don't not get for clean, they not grafting. You say they can't fleet on. They can't PZ. They can't PZ for do thing. So President Bio in manifesto they say, let us take the market to the public, to the country, to constituency, to zonas. Doctly, if big market day in a grafting area with decent, you don't need for campus. You can't be for Kadoti, for Kadoti free talk. And the marketplace where they not please there and they encourage the government for let people that begin use them because city council 30 day that marketplace they where they be like Lanta Hall, when a munku marketplace they go be because market they open so that the public, the crowd they can say for see what they but they build the place just like a house on their own. Na pizza. So let government try open that place. Let people that go take over them at that shop day. At least make them release the tension on the street. At least because When that crowd they come on the street for cancer in a street, imagine the amount of dirty where they left. They don't clean as so they left the dirty then they go back now their house. And the jutes now, where they collect now you get a lot of effect due to them at the market. Then munku council workers them, the way they know the opposition, the way they need their council, they print now watching the government on the part generate income. The council don't fail with this administration. So they call up Sierra Leoneans there and the government for me they know say city mayor the job big passer. You know sabi nothing about council. Now make they go dance because on a munku politician. Na munku dance. Now they will call a munku dance. La Holland they like give other speakers there. At least men really
thank you very much. You know
it is.
You don't make everything clear. You know, them munku politicians, we want to educate them small before we enter in them. You know, they want them grab because of munku politics. They go to Guinea, they go open a political rebel movement, a stronghold. Where now the Bible and the Quran don't for them, Conde, it don't come, it don't scatter that side, it don't hold all them picking them. They don't put them in a deep water river. Who say they know they see again? Nobody. What did they do? They don't come now in a salon to train political rebels then. How you go be an opposition, a political party, they train martial? Who say that don't happen? Who say you don't see ever that? This is the thing we talk about the munkus. But before I hit that, I go one play, let us self see. Then from there, let me tell we the public if it is right for them munku politician then to go to train martial under which intention will they get for a nation? Because they can always say now you are the pathway, and they can always say they're not gone, they want to destabilize the peace we they enjoy. But then we see a whole political party they train martial them. Let we see them from there. We talk about that.
Team Black Press as today do happen for be the 18th September 2021. This now Ambassador Abdeshke the live inside Mena Hotel as the leading aspirant for the APC diaspora.
I think not to the video down there.
Nine.
Now the video, Okay.
Team Black Press as today do happen for be the 18th September 2021. This now Ambassador Abdeshke the live inside Mena Hotel as the leading aspirant for the APC diaspora regional youth leader Comrade Black Camara. They can address the APC task force there now right inside Mena Hotel, Makeni City.
This man recently I go give the task force national. I go buy for a cap and follow them. We know what's in for the party. So you can say you not ever meet with the warriors, the great warriors. Today, 9-1 for they can talk to me. So dear Mr. Dauda, this is not the team this.
APC warriors! APC warriors! APC warriors!
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm really happy for me to tonight. I don't dare read the name, but I'm not fortunate for me to tonight yet. Likewise, today we're going to make it possible. I really appreciate the energy where we all be put up. You know what? Because when some of we they feel the pinch every now and then since we lost election 2018. We know the pressure. And some of we don't lost life then. Like for instance, I go measure if I did Abu Black, mean at the late man in Peking, it's Abu Black. So
don't forget to get this coverage live inside Mena Hotel, courtesy of Team Black Press with me, Ambassador Abdeshke.
They're born with property and everything. But we don't see some of the people and way the party yesterday, and they don't turn back against the party, the party to the party. So this that makes some of we organize yourself out there for rescue the party. That's what saying that money some of we get, but that little thing we'll get, that will make sure so we unite with it. Because look at the country, they go on the drain, right? Now imagine inside 3 years, just less than 3 years, where APC come on power. Look how the country don't go. What's at the cost of fuel? What's at the cost of bread? What's at the cost of cement? And we brought that in the lavish. Some man they run here for let go rescue yourself. They go for permits. They go for on our time. So I make some of we get a group over there who say APC shall come back, and we go come back 2023. Whatever it takes some of we for let we spend, family business then go way too small. We know so when APC come back in power, definitely we brothers then go relax. Job go there because like me I get more than 100 calls a day for the help them. I know be confident.
You did listen to the CEO of Team Black Press. When I doubt that black camera.
And even what we can make sure say
As in
When I don't see that video, where the APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi, they train marshal them. You know, me and you be there today, where Paulo Conte take gun, a crango to go kill Marabio. And Marabio, at the end of the day, he forgive her. He don't come out. When he come out, he come, what he talk? He say, now you ain't go part with. Yes, he desperate to come back in power. Okay. We don't see big key holders them inside the APC. They count ammunition and weapon there, now that country. Then they say this now ain't go happen. And me and you don't see also inside Guinea, the APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi, the stronghold when a Guinea, when a the rebel movement, who side they be the train people then to cause problem, they come down collapse. But then we see APC go build party office also now Guinea, which of course enough for happen so. But then now we don't see the same APC again. They train marshal them. People that they say they're not commandos, they're not warriors for APC. Chama Vandi, you were as an expert. You were don't know the in and out of Sierra Leone politics. Do you actually think it is appropriate for what the APC they do right now? They say they train marshal, they train warriors, and after all they don't come with all short statement, threatening remarks against the state. Do you think it's appropriate for what they can do right now?
Well, it is not appropriate. I think there's a step I will say not appropriate for get to work, train people and say there are not militia them for use for come and really know the intent behind that, whether not for out war. But I think Swalenians, especially the one them they alive inside the country, we sense the kind of carnage we before the country between 1991 and some part of 2002. Go get for say to them, hey guys, Salone no want war again because we don't see everything. Thank God, I mean, in the face of the challenges we confronted the society within this period, 2002, the global community never turned it back to. So we been there with we, support we, spend a lot of resources for bring back peace. Again, the APC, we get for understand is narrow-mindedness is so prevalent in the party. They don't think, they don't look far-sighted. These are short-sighted figures. Then plenty inside the party. Although my own assumption that Swalenians, especially the one that we meaningful, not ever think about bringing war to the country again. We also therefore take into account waiting on the happiness being time. We see happenings in McKinney, where the government for take a very firm step for sort of dispel disorder. We see what happened at Tombo. And so me only advice against the government for continue for work with understanding for say yes, the foremost responsibility and get as a government is that's to protect the lives and property of every Swalenian, especially inside Swalenian society. And so if people have come together, I mean, in spite of waiting the country be on to go through 91, 2002, bitter encounters, I mean, war, we say maiming happening, we say rape, we say torture, confiscation of civilian goods took place. In spite of these people, madness, allow madness to come prevail in lives again and say we're heading the couch war. I think, you know, His Excellency, not to like new president again. I mean, you don't turn soldier force before ever it can be civilian president. Now I don't say ready for undo that because you know say as like us no more. the foremost mandate they get, nine for ensure security of the country. And so if anybody, be that the son of Anes by Kroma or his uncle, get to work, put in place a group for cause chaos, I think the government therefore exercise the mandate where the people and take entrust to them care through the use of the SBS, the secret ballot system. Now, like people then go vote, their conscience says, hey, we trust you now. We believe when security matters come now, we're able to handle that. And so that mandate, now that then for exercise for expel that. So then I'm my own take on that. You know, I don't believe say as a country, people get the mind for doing. But again, people we know look far-sighted. They may think, say yes, if we come together, formulate ourselves into a group like this, take up arms, and therefore go, and this get forbid effect. Then they think so. The calculation always wrong. But again, if they behave, in case I'm using a conditional clause, I'm not too sure they can do that. But if they do, government get for exercise the mandate for ensure safety, for ensure security. Any side would have such happenings take place. Then I'm your own take.
No, thank you very much, Chairman Vandi. And back to the DJ Force. You see political rebel movement. And you're not one of the senior man who expose them. Yes, we out that information to the public. We go say thank you very much, the political messiah, for a good job the way they do. However, you don't see a political rebel movement where they train militias to threaten we with chaos in that country. Then say UN go part way, this go happen, this go happen. I would also see that they begin count ammunition in other country. But we tell God we'll get a hard-working deputy minister and a minister and the security sectors then, you know, where they work so hard to make sure to stop all those intruders and we get bad plans for that country. But then now you don't see vis-a-vis, they say that they make warriors. Do you think it is appropriate for them munku politician then, somebody where chairman consider them, call them as people that were low thinker, with their mind day, they get that their brain is not dysfunctional to do that kind of things after they don't threaten away with war with UN. Do you think it's appropriate to do that any times like this? DJ Force.
Thank you very much. You know, Sierra Leoneans, first of all, I want to say thanks to the Minister of Internal Affairs and Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs. And I also want to say thanks to the police network in Sierra Leone, because if these people were not smart by now, for the forget about talking about democracy or government, because exactly what don't happen to Pakaba. Now they try for history repeats. But when I take note when the stronghold on fall, when a Guinea, so when the stronghold on fall, they don't quickly repel back and come to freighter and start for trade Marcia. Everybody know the meaning of Marcia. Go everybody today when they listen to this program, go into the dictionary and look the meaning of Marcia and what it stands for. It tells you that they are bringing in groups where will come for can destabilize a state. Because when they say a political party, you are there to form organizations to bring in idea to develop a country, but not Marcia. Marcia is there to bring in war-like. So when they stronghold on for all the guys that will be in a Guinea, they don't arrest them all the day inside the darkest jail where in a water they sit on pan. So they don't quickly repel and come back to Frita and can't regroup them as Marcia. But we tell the Almighty God, thank you. We're able to make sure say Conde is no longer in power, because if Conde be in power, no matter what they do, APC for don't make sure say Alec now one grade run, they do an feature. Would I die? Would I move? Yeah, now that they be the work towards. Now, what's really the opposition they try to do? The opposition they practice what they call bad politics, dirty politics, divided politics. From 1967, these are the politics who play with. Let everybody go back now and ask, who said it take we? Who President Bill now, Freetonians, they cry say they want water, they want electricity, they want agriculture, They want food, Maggi dia, pepper dia. Where them politics here, where the opposition they play with now, bad politics, dirty politics, divided politics, and mafia politics. Now in they don't they put together, we make from 1967 until this day today, what the British man they be left go, we will not be able make it take another dimension. Now in poorly trained. So their politics here, now it don't make today with they crying, even education. Where President Biron can now say, no, the next generation coming, they are not going to be into begging culture. We're not going to allow them to be parasites on the society. He said this generation go get job in Sierra Leone and they go get job elsewhere. But this opposition party are not working towards this global development where President Biron bring up. What they are working towards is their self-interest. How a political party will go train Marshall? Now go back to Marshall. How can you play? These are all the munku life where they talk now future. Na Sierra Leone. How una go train Marshall? And Marshall, they are right. Una see what they don't they happen. They can't weapon and freedom. Who said this weapon they come on a Chinese man? Now they bring weapon and freedom? No, na Sierra Leone say. The uniforms where they be on the hold. The police they don't bring the result. No, everything is just a die down. Because when that year happen, they not able to bring the crime committers to the party or to the government. If they find out say these people are still existing. From when they don't hold their uniform now. They don't bring the people where don't they bring their uniforms in another country. They say investigation still they on. How long will get for the investigate? But will they promote security? Will they give promotion to police them? Will they pay them one bag of rice? Will they pay them salary? And will give them laid on place in the barracks? But if they find out say somebody they call uniform in the country, if they call weapon in the country, they know they hold the people there. Wait time they say they are investigating. What are you investigating? So that Marcia Yahoo, I don't see what they did. The role of responsibility is to come and destabilize the government. Yeah, they still believe say Sierra Leoneans they don't need for live life. They still believe say Sierra Leoneans they don't need for get a system wherein Sierra Leone go take over other West African countries for let the country they say be number one. So now I mean they don't play bad politics, dirty politics, divided politics, and Marcia. Political, I don't want to still say political party they train Marcia. You know, the listeners now they go testify say a political party now for form organization. For they raise money, for they bring community activities, things that we go able to make the community will become lively, hold meetings, go there, sit down, talk about things there, when exchange finger food. But today now Marcia would only see the opposition party they train at Sierra Leone. This is not good. I'm encouraging the police for really pay attention on the opposition party. Because Sierra Leoneans, when I don't encourage APC too much, they don't take advantage of una injustice. Yeah, they don't see say una you vote, you know, for benefit una. And whenever una bring them kind of power, the final say they do anything for make sure say for transform the country. They kapu kolodo de boku pass the development things the way they do. So make a Holland.
Thank you very much, DJ Force. You know, my family, this is not current affairs. When they watch this current affair live on Facebook, on the Green Movement platform, and also on WhatsApp and YouTube. My family, you know, APC from day one, they just get bad politics. But always we can see the Bible and the Quran there to expose them. Way forward, we don't see an APC man where he go welcome President Bio. It tell every Sierra Leoneans about what the APC be don't do. If President Bio be in a power, I believe say education, if I don't get earlier education. So let's watch this video just a little bit. Then from there, after a talk, that we also watch the educational sector with President Bio don't carry it, it promote for the first time inside that country day, we will get like nurses home them, what we call Kumbra school. You know, one day happen at that country day. But before going to Kumbra school, let's watch this APC guy, we don't turn over in red party clothes and party card to APC and don't can join SLPP. No watch out.
I agree to now Sierra Leone and additional Mami Kuruma, one of Poloko district, Arapachi Domlosa. I can't see the focus in Nigeria Summit as a team man, but can't join SLPP. The APC will be there. Why are they joining SLPP? It's one great thing what they right now. Now they can join SLPP. The mama na plaza si they pick for go pay me school fees. All of them are swamp like fish. If this buyer na if he then a Salone, some of them will not be for late for go school. If this buyer can't today, he make even blind man they go school. Polio they go school. He get better they go school. Anybody don't know like you know which. So I tell all the northern abroad at them. Not to tribal, all northern at them. Do ya? When allow to join SLPP for Madabio. Because Madabio don't change Salone. Salone they 3 miles to heaven. So anybody don't know like what Madabio they do, we're not to Sierra Leone. So that the message I get from now. See they don't join SLPP.
Well, when I don't see this video, Chama Vandi.
I don't see him.
You don't see this video. Where APC man don't say it join SLPP because of the good quality education with President Bio don't count. It don't tell we say if Banda Bio be there as president, enough for them late to go school. A mama na plazas na be the sell for let it pay them school fees. But now President Bio can say all the mammy that where they sell plazas. What they say jagato, what they say pepper, the problem don't solve. So today, inside Salone, everybody they go free school. What in are your statement on this thing where this man don't talk? What in are you take Chama Vandi?
Well, the first thing the guy don't tell me and you say is in as somebody with what we call positive personality trait. Again, for the with honesty, openness. The guy who says, although he belong to the APC, opposition APC, but the fact remains, the one way they empower now, His Excellency President Julius Madabio, now one way mean well for the country. The kind of development to don't introduce like we call them free quality education, plus variety of road projects here and there. And so you see those things as good things on the basis of which it decide for come out for not only express appreciation of what His Excellency do, but also say, okay, well, they even switch sides. That is, they left the APC. Why? Because 11 years in power, I mean, the development we see under them, if any, you're not able to compare that at all to the kind of we don't see under His Excellency in less than 3 years, in spite of the challenges now imminent in the country, including the ongoing pandemic. His Excellency not able to travel for go out for seek aid from global partners, in spite of all those things, it make inroads. So it only takes what you call positive personality trait for say, hey, although me, I belong to this side, even a default member, but I don't see says this side don't do well. The other side I don't belong to, they do well. And so I think I forgo the other end. Positive personality trait, not that they do. So yeah, kudos for that particular guy, honestly. I mean, a very honest guy, if you're truly an APC person that. And I go also like for say this to other APC members of opposition APC and other political or opposition political parties then. Let we put country first place in our lives. Not like because His Excellency in Amendeman or the top Mende, or because it belongs to Party Green. You the APC, you the really CCS, they do fine at the society, you fail for talker. No, say it. Because when you talk in the first place, they get reward from even Almighty Allah. Because Naposi will stand for honesty, for the truth. Yes. And at that exactly 90s guy don't do. They don't set a very big example of like thousands of others in the country who belong to APC, to NGC and others will really follow. Yeah. that there should be a show of that positive personality trait in their lives. That for all of them to come out and say, hey, the media, they talk these and these lies about His Excellency, but yet, if you take a look at those things unfolding in the society today, you could say, as the president, you don't do it best. You don't do your utmost afterwards. Money not in the country. Theft don't take place. I mean, massively under the APC. 11 good years. Till now, the ACC are busy. They trace some of those, theft money in the country and, enable get some. Because the one they way to na professional munku them, we sabi thief the country money. So the president don't come, they try for overturn that deficit we then creating the society for like 11 good years. The guy don't see him, he don't come out, he support him, and even say, hey, I not only support these initiatives and let me party, go the other party, because that party now instant for development of the country, and especially under a given person this time, that of His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Maada. So then a work of a positive personality trait. I go want for see those in opposition, be the members of the APC, members of the NGC, C4C, and others. I want them to take steps very much identical to one with a particular guy in the red take. So that's my take.
Thank you very much, Vandi. I go to DJ first. What thing are you on take from the last Vandi, and also that video you watch?
The final say that video gets a lot of meaning. And one of the things that video recall we back to our days of school days.
You don't mute. We're not to get you. Well, Vandi, DJ Force, they come in again. They'll just hold on small, they come in. DJ Force, they talk about their munku there. And you said they talk about their munku politicians, because these are some of the things what we talk about. Because they don't get education, the lack of education, and then they make munku business. Yeah. And one thing I want to let the public aware and know say, munku APC Tolongo Toge Pambodi with the munku attitude, the munku behavior, that not will ever make them come back in the power. You see, before going forward, I get for sure something to the public, then they watch them, then from there we continue.
And before they make President Bio 3 years in office, you where they talk to no say inside this 3 years, President Bio don't do good thing them for push Salone go before, and this don't make Salone longer expect all about the world. Well, we get for watch inside all them good things where President Bio don't do. But for now, I want to make you hear a small number than a half one kekte, but all the good thing them where President Bio don't do inside this 3 years.
We obviously prioritize rice because then our staple food. With the support of His Excellency the President and in vision, we actually went ahead and procured some machines. And them machines are now about 410 machines, including power tillers and tractors, and then 2,410 equipments there where they go with them.
We own government really they do roads basically for the sake of development, for the sake of opening up the economy or stimulating the economy, for the sake of facilitating the movement of people, goods and services. So the basic idea then a lot of other things they can go on in the, of course, in the regraveling of 1,740 kilometers, when a huge investment on the side of government. And the intention of government is to open up the road network in the entire country so that it will be passable throughout the year.
For the past 3 years now, since His Excellency can.
We'll fumble then. We can wrap up this program. Now, DJ Force, welcome back. You've been the talk
Yeah,
of the left.
I really feel, I say sorry to the audience there and to the studio. And one thing I want to say is that video recall me back to my school days. Because now we say carols in the go.
10 cents for the pint, yeah.
Yeah, 10 cents for that pint. Now who sell them for low mama or daddy they pay with school fees.
Yeah.
So he said, if the man tell you say today, I they change from this munku political party when the APC Tolongbo Tollgate pan body, and they go back to the SLPP. Well, this don't show now the right direction for say this government is on the right direction. Yeah, success is coming because it say me mama be there say plazas for pay me school fees. If not be then days here, when they pay with picking in school fees na Sierra Leone, then I hope say that man for don't gladly onto this day. But one of the things that we want for course here at the end of the attention to these free quality educations is the teachers are happy about it because it's not only paying school fees from primary school to secondary school. Any principal we don't spend 10 years or any teacher we don't spend 10 years in a school, you picking against scholarship, regardless of whatever it is study, you picking against scholarship. Moving forward, the teachers that they embrace this free quality education. Let me question this to the nation. Why? When President Bill don't travel go, what make they bring these questions? When President Bill don't travel go to America, quick, there's a video where the blind and the dumb school say they go on strike. They don't go on strike with President Bill then at the country. And waiting I learn when the video, Raymond, now him bring that video, he go donate 10 bag of rice to the school, presenting like government is not looking after the dumb and the blind school in McKinney. Yeah, this not the game of the plan. You know, now they say dirty politics and divided politics and bad politics where the APC Tolongbo Tollgate pan body the practice na Sierra Leone. Now, the blind and the dumb from 2018 where this party don't can power or the government don't can power, they are benefiting a lot. Government is giving them subsidies, paying school fees for them. But remember, from 2007 to 2018, the dumb we are not getting any financial support from government. Now, where did they pay their picking their school fees? What did they try for do? The oppositions, they try for where they play munku politics, they try for kill the picking their career and McKinney. Because the blind and the dumb school in McKinney, so that they show now for blackmail this free quality education. The teacher, they all abandon the picking them. And Raymond go quick one, he go give them 10 bag of rice. You see the teacher, they work at the inside the school, say, now me your donation this, I be on they say every year. So these are the game where the opposition they play for come to power. Because they want for put down this free quality education. They don't see say this free quality education, the people, the poor don't accept them. But those who are in charge of the administration are the one trying to destroy this free quality education. So are they encourage the Minister of Education for increase more monetary system now this area? Because people don't even know what is the meaning of subsidies. And they don't know what is subsidy there for. Yeah, the money if picking from primary school get 15,000 per one picking. Multiply the total number of students that we did in that school, where government they pay for subsidies, where they for run the affairs of the school. So now, the administration where they for run the affairs of their schools here, they play munku teaching life. Yeah, for let the government in wealth no benefits the poor people. That video when I see her, I was so disappointed and I be discouraged and I'm not happy with the blind and dumb school now McKinney because all what they're busy they do is munku politics. Remember, now they can't demonstrate, say they not finance you or you not get money for run the affairs of the school. They are lying. The propaganda they try for do. So I encourage the government for increase more monitoring system in the school affairs for letting not let and give the principals the no more and the headmasters the no more. Because if not for the no more, by now, they still no want for make sure say the free quality education really enter into the public, into the benefit of Sierra Leoneans. Now I make that volunteer school business teaching program where they don't carry inside the school sectors and they call upon the government in attention, make it cancel that volunteer. People are graduating every day. If you graduate, you want to be a teacher, apply. Yeah, you go through interview, then they make you a teacher. But now, what is that for affect you? How did they try for weaken this new direction education would bring come? Now, the environment say the teachers will get forget pin code, they not get for take the job serious because we don't mix them with volunteers. So they get for left the job give the volunteer teachers there. Wherein the volunteer teachers they get for the car win within 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, they not get salary. They begin, they know they go take, they know they go through the syllabus again because they don't give more volunteers there for can help the PINCO teachers there. So the PINCO teachers they get for they make sure say now they know they done the syllabus. They left the job give the volunteer. And what is really Sierra Leoneans they don't know the meaning of volunteer. What's in a volunteer? You go then a volunteer fee. Sometimes they know they even give you PINCO, they not go call you for interview. Now you're a volunteer. I don't do in volunteer firefighting. This is 10 years now. They don't want to shortlist me for go for interview for become a firefighter. Now this country. Now 10 years I don't do under volunteer. But every year when they shortlist for go for apply, where I apply, my name no they come up. So you don't see that volunteer method where they don't bring Canada. Opposition don't bring that volunteer method through the Ministry of Education. But who say David Senge is smart? Who say he use smart? He say, all right, when I say volunteer for this free quality education, all right, anybody we want get pico if I go through interview. Now the whole system still the one breaker inside this education system so that it go break this education system. Let with people they not see like it's a way forward something. So I encourage the government for men to scrap that volunteer. Yeah, that volunteer teaching work. They improve. It go make the teachers the way they get their salary, where they get pay. They're not going to do the job. And the one when they don't become volunteer at the schools they now, they say not go take the job serious again. Teacher go say, hey, they pay you. You know they try to do your syllabus there. You know, you can wait time read for Canada class. You know the Canada class. You know when they Canada class. I know they get job. So now they method where they don't. The munku politicians they don't implement, so they don't go through Minister of Education. They don't recommend that to David Senge just for able to break this new system of education for let you know work here because the education system or field now it don't be one of the biggest platform where they rip Sierra Leone economy. So when we don't lock all the leakages and they so now for weakening that system, now they don't bring come volunteer teaching. And they feel that they say teachers they don't want to go to their village then they for go. Would I tell you? Would I tell you say teacher where they pay if for go to village you know how go good. Where you don't want to go to village for go teach? They don't employ you as a teacher. There's a lot of people who want to go to the interior and the villages for go work. So this na me recommendation no more. Why don't they see say the government want for make sure say the 1 week in the government under this free quality education. And moving to that video, I believe that video, now a success is coming for this political party, SLPP, and the Sierra Leoneans they are. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, DJ Force, the political messiah, for that. You know, now we can wrap up the program. I believe we don't hold Chairman very long time. You know, Chairman, I would like to use this opportunity to tell you thank you very much. But however, before you go, DJ Force, now, what in your message where you go get or question? You get anything to ask Chairman? Because Chairman don't can't display now today. We don't hear Korundo. But good things there. Yeah, you get any question to give Chairman?
Chairman, I tell you thank you for current affairs today. And I don't know, you know, say we delegates election they come in Sierra Leone. And how strong you and your deputy chairman they try for organize for go pada election na Sierra Leone for get delegate them for send delegate in Sierra Leone. How prepare you don't do for that? This is not my only question I get for you.
Well, DJ first, thank you very much for having me here tonight. More so for also raising this question. The point is, delegate business not a very delicate something, so it's highly sensitive. All this barrage of insults, we don't begin for sort of target me, this BNTM, surround that delegate something. I think as chairperson to the branch now, I therefore demonstrate some sense of political will and maturity by saying, well, let us not discuss that on social media here. I mean, we they work very hard, me and my deputy member of this BNTM Kumona go free on and talk to key players in both party and government, and by God's grace, I mean, things get to happen soon and we favor. That is it, because what I really want to believe, we are duly registered. That is one thing. We are in touch with key players in the party, including the national chairman. We don't talk to players, them in the party, including those around the president at the State House, So I believe, say, we get a status for that. We'll not get for discuss that now tonight, because that's going to place some question mark on political maturity on my part as chairman and also on the part of my deputy. But we work on, we have to be patient enough, take into account one fact that good things actually come to those who wait. That's it. We have to understand the job not only day. Imagine division day, lower level elections for don't happen before June. Till now, we don't fall inside the party. We don't even know whether this itself get to an end before the stipulated time for the National Delegate Conference itself in December this year. So a lot of things before ever but the hope is that we get for go, because we get a status. We say yes, we're winner a branch, recognized branch, and apart from that, we get elected a mandate. That is another thing again. My hope has been that I will come with all hells together and let we work as one. But easy for make peace. I think if you take a look at what happened, we know I build the ark. We go tell and say this girl for happen, flood girl for come put out to the people and force say, hey, you know what, the bill also big goes for taking out to safety. People that begin for tell and say, you know what, Noah, you all tell me the count message from God, but we are left with this time. So they build the ark down, then the flood begin to tell them for come. Some man they wait, they not come. Pass away, the boat full up, the boat don't move now. Some man they come, then they swim. One part them foot they inside. Oh shit. One part them foot they inside the boat, the other one they inside alligator mouth. So that's it. I mean, building peace is not, it's never been any easy thing. One thing we don't get for give up, because even if we look at language now, Dutch, they say the unhowl the wind. The one with the pressure, where they push, where they they give up at all. And I get for win at the end of the day. And they try for count people them together, but it's not easy. Just like, it easy for Madabu from where you win 2018. Till now, they try for count APC together, but side. Why? Because ego, that word called ego. So man can allow the ego for take the full size of, the size of a full moon. And when this happen, control not again. You tell them slow can't work, because it's here now leadership. Now one person get for lead. But the point is, if person not selfish, you don't win and say, look, can't work together. You just get for calm low and all can work, all can serve. And at this, I know that happen fast. So I don't talk to key players in the party office. Notwithstanding, the hope is they not get for deprived of access to delegate status because they will come together. No, because the global community not say to Salone say, oh well, because warden at this country, because from where you win, Madabio, you know able count APC together, and so we get for suspend sovereignty as a country. That not happening. So I don't think they are going to blame me for this, because like what that happened in Holland, you just compare that to what happened inside Libya. 40 years of Gaddafi ruling, and there we left suddenly in 2011. Like chaos, because leadership vacuum, coming. That is what happened here. After August 17, 2017, we that big thing, way bland cover party affairs now called Continental Europe collapse, leadership vacuum coming, nothing in the first place for represent we. But we come, some of we come and say, "Look, put something in place, compact for represent party interests inside Holland." We get happy. So every Jack and Jill, including the one them will go challenge me at train station, I end up and say, "Hey, Vandi, that thing there in particular, if Namada build and they give, get for go, and then go mad because Namada build and go elect a flag bearer." Then Jack and Jill and all they come now confront man. But that is life. In politics, you have to expect that to happen. I go after them, talk to all man for come because that is my mandate. I get for come with them together. I get for take a very long time for do get for be an easy task. So party for expect this to happen overnight. But at the same time, the party not forget to work for on any hasty decision on the basis of that alone. Because they said they go through similar difficulty bringing everybody, the APC, the NGC around a given consensus. So that's my message.
Thank you very much, Chairman, for your message. That was a powerful message. This now we own chairman, the strong, hardworking chairman, the man who stands strong for SLPP in this part of the world, map. Historically, I got for Kawu chairman, we can give you some historical background of the SLPP Holland branch very soon with the executive, including myself. So, Chairman, thank you. Do you have your final message we will give to Sierra Leoneans and also the SLPP members, then both internal and external, and also here, so everybody, do you get any final message we will give them before you go?
Yeah, of course, we message to Sierra Leoneans outside. Now, for understand one thing is, it take APC 11 years in power, and we all see what happened under the APC. Under the APC, Ebola alone don't expose, the society, especially under the party, because the APC not able to focus on that of incrementing existing institutions like we have institutions, fail for do that. And so because the Ebola come, Ebola overwhelm the whole country. So my message to them, for let Madabio come no more in a matter of 3 years, come overturn that deficit the APC create in the country. For 11 years, I mean, not a small thing that. They really have to be patient, like how to come no more. Good things come to those who wait. They have to wait. If we don't talk them already, they're not for Georgia at the start of lessons. They get for Georgia at the end of examinations. That's the message. Now, to win a Holland, the message is very clear. The SLPP Holland branch is registered. We're not registered. My name and register. Name and register. Musai name and register. The Gibbs name. We say SLPP Holland branch because Salone has so left for call this country Holland, and I branch. And afterwards, branch and chapter are the same laws, not the same benefit, everything they enjoy. So if we don't register this back in 2018, I think the one thing we do, we tell the world says we ready for support the party. Now for come around this concept because not for me one will be history says Nami beginning, but for left arm at my hands because my name Vandi involved in it's a very bad precedent. Why? Because afterwards we all man left this party, now this country in particular. Now only a limited few of we been get for time smart for the party. We did with the campaign for the party, morning, evening, afternoon. We did do 24/7. So if the party don't win, we don't form this Camertown. For that we get something suggestive of sovereignty. For we self in Holland, I think we get really need for forget about everything. We get for try for place we self in some sense of control of we own ego and work for build this team and for use them for attaining the second R in politics. The second R to the first one risk that recognition because from there then we don't go to the third reward. Then I'm a message to all man. Let we come around the SLPP all and brand concepts, not to make it and not to be personal property. No. Me not to munku politician. Are open onto them, are honest. I will not take SLPP all and brand for be any patrimony, any personal property. Now we all get them. Then we can work for them. But for left here, for go make attempt here and there for register, you go left and your money go buffing, they give you fake something here and there, and you never blame that to any particular name. Now you say because you action they get for comparing to that action where APC took back in 1961. Salone don't they under colonization? I mean, for 153 years. So SLPP can say we for be free. Then do 1961. even when they do with every, genuinely, APC still not be one for let them do it. Why? Because they want credit for good to them. Now the same thing some people want for doing now. Registration day of SLPP Holland, right? The bypass up for go do another registration. And I mean, it's not possible. But anyway, this is not party business. We're not going to come discuss that on the media. But my message to all man inside Holland, please try to understand. Let somebody go to you and like you, say this, that. They get one registration has been done to represent party members in Holland, and that the name is SLPP Holland branch. With time, we'll get for CAM, and again, and use some other platforms also for guys introduce for executive nurse, and I will sabi them in case you want to register. This and these persons get forbidden once then for go to see that you don't register, at least you don't get party membership card, all in keeping with certain provisions of the constitution. We say yes. One basic evidence of membership in the party. Now, a possession of party membership card. We get for do that with time. But for now, my message, please, if na Holland you there, I not say you were the Jericho, you get Dutch passport too, because that is another thing again, way they go around, we know say the Henley index, they don't put Holland 6th place in terms of passport value. Holland get the 6th most valuable passport on earth. And so holders of this passport can access 183 countries on earth, visa free or visa on entry. So we in Holland say, SLPP Holland branch for be member, you get to be resident now, no matter whether you get paper or you go through asylum, as long as you enjoy residence inside Holland, you're part of it. But if you're Jericho, if you can't make noise now because you get Dutch passport, I don't know, pass the party big names and say, yeah, if you get Dutch passport today on the side, then that could raise serious question on portions of the party constitution, also national constitution. We say you were then at the northern part, for commodity go vote at the southern part because down in a corruption. So we don't want practice that now. We not encourage them because that's there for sort of turn this thing completely polluted at its onset. The message come from part of the SLP Holland branch. If the Holland here you did, not take her for being property, and not take me for being enemy. Which they put me on the media, you can see different things. If you come closer to me and we can work together in the party, you can see a genuine person. You can see somebody with a very positive personality trait, including honesty, including openness, those things. Thank you very much, Brother Deemaa.
I'm so glad for that statement did. And that is true a leader. This is now we own Chairman Aliou Vandi Mansaray. We don't come here today, don't come display a powerfulness. It show to we how they play the magic and DJ force them when they propagate for this party like kind of power. And today nine they represent Winaya as a party chairman, SLPP Holland branch. They duly register party and recognized party within this party. And the only man we stand strong that SLPP in this part of the world, it no go broke. And the same man here we introduce some of we inside the SLPP party politics in this part of the world. So and you good jobs then and the love what you get for your people there, I would like to tell you, say Chairman, thank you very much. And continue. Unity is very, very important. I listened to your message. Everything is about unity, and also about discipline, because we in a party, this party are not a club or a social club. No, this is a party where they govern with constitution, and you just quote that the constitution now we dey abide by. You were in a Holland now where you reside now. You are highly welcome to join the party. But if you're in a Jericho, we not accept that. That is territorial infringement. But actually, to be frank, Chairman, they happen. Even as Salone self, you know what they na Kailan, you say, like the way see a Kailan come out, they say, not also it's not the munku politics where this Siva Mago blind in go na Kailan. They say I go can here today, I register here today, I vote here today. Not to so again for happy. You got to also take time. Every institution get procedure. Yeah, even when you come to carry reside there, you see, I'm not gonna talk about you with the Jericho now, but because no, you know what? Even inside Salone, I know they
well, simply put them this way, you know, waiting govern any society not to the individual. Now that legal instrument you call constitution and govern, even inside Salone. Now that's His Excellency to go by. Now that tells now categorically states says this type mandate. Now within a mandate it operates. That is it. Now we party constitution, apart from that portion we define a member, we say membership to the branch now shall be limited to residents in Holland, this blah. Another one this also we say, in the case of somebody we don't evacuate or repatriate, because remember, the Brexit don't take place. We go with brothers, there were sisters, the way across, go the UK over the years. Sometimes the UK government get forgiven and settle status. If that not happen and decide for come back, we then come back. They want for register with the branch now. We get for doing, but we get for put them to a test also. So we give them a probation period of like 1 year. That is if you get for the attend meeting, not like you just can't show face and you go in there to come again. No, we get for sort of evaluate seriousness on your part. I mean, in terms of the membership. So within 1 year, we get for know whether this person just can pollute the system. It can't register now, giving municipality, and then it left here back, go back to the UK, they do this, that, everything. Then it use. I mean, we get for go through all those things because we don't want to be corrupt, and so we don't want to give any encouragement at all to anything corrupt. So then the message again to them.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Yeah. Just like this is now current affairs with Honorable Chairman Vandi Mansaray, Mr. 2018. Thank you very much, Chairman. You are highly welcome on this platform.
Okay, thank you.
Whenever we need you, we will come for you to come educate the public.
Okay, so
thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman. Viewers, and bye-bye. I have to leave you now. I'll be going somewhere tonight, We'll see you again. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye.
That was Vandi Mansaray. Me family then how I get for close the program today. This once again, Joseph Deemaa.